Good morning. We will be discussing today stress related to workplace, or you can say stress of workplace. Stress of workplace. So I'm only looking at the meaning. You can read the passage, or I'm only focusing on the vocabulary mainly. So you can say when people are getting stressed at workplace. So at that time you can say if they miss occasional long lunch, or it's quite often that we miss the long lunch with our friends, right? Or missing lunch altogether. Sometimes we won't even get the lunch, missing lunch altogether. So these are the time. Or sick, getting a sickie once a month. So these are the things which we miss if we are having stress at the workplace. So so what is the meaning of frenetic? So we will look that. Then there is a group of people for whom working every week, every evening and weekend is normal. So and frantic is the tempo of their life. So when all they work every evening and even in the weekend also they work is normal. So and frantic is the tempo of their life. What is the meaning of frantic? So this is the meaning. Here N is actually silent, frantic. So it's a good vocabulary which means extremely worried or frightened. Frantic means extremely worried or frightened. So almost out of control. So it's extremely this thing worried or frightened, right? So the sentence is, where on earth have you been? We have been frantic with worry. Frantic. Okay, that is known as frantic, extremely. So every time instead of worry or frightened you can replace it frantic. So for worried or frightened you can replace with frantic. So tempo of their life for most senior executive workloads. So one word is work related pressure, workload. Swing between extremely busy, swing between. It's from that to that. It is, you can say, swing between extremely busy and frenzied. So before that, moving to the word frenzied, it's let's look at some of the vocabulary with similar meanings. Okay. So so we now we learned frantic, right? This is frantic, and we are moving to some similar words. Okay, before for proceeding further. So first word is worried. It's a normal English, small, like a beginner's level. So I'm worried that he's not going to graduate. I'm worried. She had a worried look on her face. Okay. So another word which we can use is concerned. Aren't you concerned that she might tell someone? So it's also worried. Okay, aren't you concerned that she might tell someone related to worry? Okay, but in formal text we can use better word that is known as perturbated. Perturbate, perturbed. It's not baited, it's perturbed. Okay, then please focus on the spelling, perturbed. And I'm not sure with the pronunciation. In case I am not sure, okay, let me check with the pronunciation.
Perturbed,
Sorry, there is no similarity itself.
perturbed,
Perturbed.
perturbed,
Okay, perturbed. So this is the spelling, perturbed. Okay, everything is silent actually. We can say P is the, and this is considered as T and BD, perturbed. Perturbed. Okay, fine. So in formal context you can use perturbed to describe someone who is worrying. So person, if someone is worrying, then we can call them as perturbed. He didn't seem unduly perturbed by the news. perturbed. Okay, so which are the words which we read now? Okay, frantic, worried, concerned. Now perturbed. Yeah. Now next word is fretful. Okay, if a person is worried and not calm, then they are known as fretted. Sorry, fretful. Now she got a fretful night's sleep after the fretful, stressed. Everything is stress only. Fretful night's sleep after the dreadful news. Okay. This word was perturbed. And next word which we studied is fretful. Then next word is anxious or apprehensive. Okay. This is if related to we are getting someone is worrying about something might happen in the future. So we will, as example sentence is, all this waiting is making me anxious. He is bit apprehensive about leaving home. These are the common vocabularies which we can see in the reading. So we have to keep in mind all these things and understand this is useful for your writing as well as speaking. If you are adding more vocabularies like this, it definitely guarantees you more marks. If someone is worrying so much that are very upset. Now we learn like first word frantic. Okay. Okay, and similar word is at. The one of the similar words are like that is I have been at my wit's end. So similar like to frantic, it's like worrying only at my wit's end. I have been at my wit's end, wondering where you have been. Okay, I have been at my wit's end. The phrase have something on your mind. Okay, is used when someone is thinking and worrying about a lot. I have got a lot on my mind at the moment. I have got a lot on my mind at the moment. Now, one of the solution. What is one of the solution? Just sleep over it. Okay, that is the meaning. Idiom. It's a idiom. Means just sleep, and that is an idiom. Okay, it it will be okay. Don't lose any more. Don't lose any more. Sleep over it. Okay, it will be okay. Don't lose any. Don't be stressful. Just sleep over it. Now, frenzy. Frenzy means uncontrolled behavior. Okay, that is known as frenzy. Frenzy, okay, once again. Frenzy means a state or period of uncontrolled excitement or wild behavior. Doreen worked herself into frenzy of rage. She got uncontrolled. Okay, she got into anger. That is known as frenzy, uncontrolled excitement and behavior. Frenzy of rage. Worked herself into. Doreen worked herself into a frenzy of rage. So that is the meaning here, frenzy. Okay. Now you can understand the meaning. So just one thing, let me, if you are talking about any illness, like there are several types of illness related to depression, stresses, just keep all those words vocabulary. For using that, you can say warning signs. Okay, diabetes, cholesterol, everything is a warning signs alert. So warning signs, meaning you can say warning signs which alert anyone. Okay. So warning signs alert any depression, cholesterol, stress. Okay, stress is depression, diabetes, cholesterol are the warning signs. Okay. Now, which one of the another word is out of control. If too busy. So if you're working, if your perception of being too busy over a prolonged period can start showing up as stress. Showing up. So one of the phrases which we can use related to stress is showing up as stress. So something could be showing up as stress in the form of disturbed sleep, declining mental, otherwise you can say deterioration of mental health and physical health, declining. So declining or deterioration, disturb sleep, rather insomnia, disturb sleep. Okay. Now it's like related to employers, they have to pay the compensation figures, like related to stress. Actually, the company is getting a huge loss if they are not taking care of their employees, and especially if the employees see, if the workers are not productive, it's a loss for the company, right? So there will be a huge loss for the company. So it's like a that's why they are saying compensation figures, and which result in low productivity. Okay. So which is definitely low productivity, and it damage the reputation of the company. Okay. So these are some of the losses which faced by the companies if the workers are stressed. At any workplace injury, employees suffering stress are off. Okay. There are the effects of stress are also expensive. That's why they are saying the effects of the stress are also expensive. Dealing with stress, so coping with stress, coping up is not the dealing or coping with stress. So in essays you can say what is the solution. If someone asks what is the solution, okay, you can say key to dealing with stress. One paragraph you have to start like something like this. Expert says that key to dealing with stress is not to focus on relief. So it's not based on like a game of golf or a massage, but to reassess workload. We have to designate, reassess. We have to allocate more work to, we have to employ more workers. Okay, reassess workloads, redistribute, reassess workload. So it's not about focusing on relief, but relief, like this is the hyphen, which means rather than such as you say, example you say, just put a hyphen and a game of golf, rather than saying golf, a game of golf, or a massage. But to reassess workload, allocating extra resources to a job. See, these are some why I'm stressing all this, because you can use this as points. Advice of colleagues. He also we can also read the workers can employers sorry workers, employees, staffs can rely on the advice of colleagues. Relies depends on the advice of colleagues or peers. Spelling of colleagues. Okay, peers. Now, what is this is an idiom, a fresh pair of eyes. This there is a pair, okay, pair over here. This is a fresh pair of eyes. So whenever there is related to any issues, you can use the same sentence like a fresh pair of eyes over an issue can help. See, it's a idiom. In essays, you can definitely use idiom. Just a fresh pair of eyes over an issue can help. So this is the idiom, a fresh pair of eyes. Okay. So if you are seeking help from another person, that is what known as a fresh pair of eyes. Okay. Another person to examine or critique something. You can always read this sentence. It will be definitely helpful in case like slip of tongue, if I miss something, it is always good to read this. Okay, a fresh pair of eyes, another person to examine or critique something. I need a fresh pair of eyes to look at my term paper because I always make a lot of spelling mistakes. So we cannot rely on ourselves at certain situation, but sometimes we have to depend upon others. That is known as fresh pair of eyes. I think we should get a fresh pair of eyes on this ad campaign before we finalize it. Okay. So this is some of the vocabulary. So when if an essay or anything speaking related to essays means related to job, you have to use different vocabularies. So it's like company, enterprise, state on. So you can say company, enterprise, business, firm, okay, organization, establishment. See, this is mainly because we are want adjust the synonyms. That's why we are looking for this thing, more synonyms even for company, enterprises, firm, organization, business, establishment. So these are the vocabulary. So they used all these things over here: firms, enterprises. Okay, for essay these synonyms is needed. Okay, concentrate on short term stress relief. So you can use the short term, long term vocabulary: stress relief, stress busters. Stress busters means ERS. Okay, stress busters also one vocabulary. Rather than delegating. What is the meaning of delegating? Delegate means if we are allocating our job to someone else. Entrust to another person. So entrust a task, it could be task or responsibility to another person, that is known as delegate. Okay, delegate or entrust. Okay, assign, pass on. Example sentence is: she must delegate duties so as to free herself for more important task. She must delegate duties so as to free herself to for more important task. Okay, next word is adjective. You can use demanding workload. Okay, demanding workload. No, what is this idiom? This is an idiom. There is no one size fits all approach to stress. Okay, what is this? This is a common idiom. Okay, it's like in your essay they will be asking what is the solution. At that time you have to say there is no one size fits all in approach, which means there is no one single technique or approach. So that is known as one size fits all. One size fits all. Okay, it related to policies or approaches that are standard and not tailored to individual needs. So it's not if you are purchasing a dress, sometimes it's one size fits all dresses are there, means it's like a free size we say, right? So it fits to everyone, right? So that outfit is known as one size fits all. Okay, that is it's not possible for one size fits all approach for anyone, for any solution. Okay, like this you can use in essays. I see the one size fits all monetary policy as a disadvantage. One size fits all. A one size fits all approach. Okay, technique, method. Okay, approach, technique, method, you can use synonym. Okay, this is not a one size fit all solution. Okay, anything you can say, this is not a one size fit all solution, right? So one word is thrive. So the tenses are thrives, thriving, thrived. Okay, if they are if someone or something thrives, they do well and are successful, healthy or strong. Okay, do well, if they are doing well, that is known as thriving. Today his company continues to thrive, now also they are successful. So the synonyms means thrive, easy, more than meaning, I think this is easy. What is the synonyms? Prosper, do well, flourish, increase. So that is known as thriving. Prosperous, flourish, increase. Lavender thrives, prospers, flourish in poor soil. Lavender thrives in poor soil. The reverse, thriving population of kingfishers. Increasing, flourishing. Okay, that is known as thrive. So thrive was here somewhere, it was the thriving. Okay, when you read you will get. So it's no one size fits all approach to stress. Some people work, so there is no one size fits all approach to stress. Some people works best with high adrenaline periods, followed by quieter patches, while others thrive. This is the word thrive under sustained pressure. Someone needs sustained. prolonged, continuous, normal, average range, sustained pressure. So emotional and cognitive impacts of stresses are going to be. So we before we discuss key factors, right? There was a one word key to dealing with stress. Okay. Other than key, you can even use indicator, key. Indicators means reason. Okay, key means solution. Indicator of what their experience of stress. What are the indicator? What is emotion and cognitive? Cognitive you can think as okay. Cognitive means you can just imagine as think. Okay, thinking. It affect their thinking impacts. When I looked at the definition, it's meaning it's a little bit complicated. So you exact meaning you can check by yourself. Now word resilience. Resilient. So resilient means if the person is having lot of physical or mental strength, that is known as resilient. Kids are very resilient when they have to be. Okay, kids are very resilient. Resilience over time. Good stress or positive experience of being challenged and reward. There is good stress as well as bad stress. Okay, good stress or positive experience of being challenged and rewarded. See, if stress means if we are actually giving challenges and rewards, then it is leading to further stress in companies. Okay, good stress or positive experience. If you read the entire sentence, you will get the meaning. Good stress or positive experience of being challenged and reward is thus cumulative in the same way as bad. It has same effects like that of bad stress. Okay, if you when if you are planning for okay the solution is we are going to reward the employee, then it has the same impact. We have to regulate the bad stress through methods, technique, approaches such as meditation and yoga. So it's retrain ourselves. Okay, retrain the way the brain and bodies react to stress. So what is the positive side of the meditation and yoga? It retrains our body, our brains to react to stress. React to stress. Okay. Meditation and yoga enable you to shift the way your brain reacts. So it's shift the way that your brain reacts. So if you get proficient at it, you are in control. So proficient at it, you are in control. So only you are in control. Okay. So what is the problem? We are setting unrealistic expectations of ourselves. Okay, setting. See, if I discuss all those things, it will be a lengthy video. So I don't want to this Australian vice president. All those things are related to questions, but not related. If you want to reuse the same content for our speaking or writing, at that time we have to stick with the vocabularies or points. So that's why I'm skipping unnecessary portions like this. Setting unrealistic expectation of ourselves. That is the main reason why we are getting stressed. Okay, over demanding, excess demanding. Okay, other thing is excess demands from the employers. And if you are promising a client, okay, this you can take. If you are promising your client that you will do something by within today itself, and that only they are telling. Okay, the client doesn't care. Overcommitting. If we are overcommitting to our clients, people experience as an individual problem. So it could be one of the procrastination means delaying. Okay, what is the meaning of hardwired to do it? Okay, hardwired means, so in order to make it behavior or belief so strong, like in our in our mind, then it might be taking some time. It takes about 3 weeks for a new habit to be hardwired in your brain. A pattern hardwire means behavior or belief becoming standard or instinctive. So it means it takes about 3 weeks for a new habit to be hardwired in your brain. Next word is misapprehension. Misapprehension means misunderstanding. So it means misunderstanding. So rather than saying misunderstanding, we can use the term misapprehension. A mistake belief about or interpretation of something. People try to exchange the vouchers under the misapprehension or misunderstanding that they were book tokens. Okay, this is the sentence. Okay, so that's all. So thank you.